Hey yo! So I'm sitting in the bus. It's a beautiful day outside. It's like 60 degrees.
Go the other way. Oh, there you go.
And I am sitting in our future home. Thought I heard a noise. I think it's just the cars driving by. But I just wanted to hop on here and just like talk about like living in a bus sometimes is, well, we're not actually even living in the bus, but like coming up with this idea and seeing it all over the place, all over social media, how people are just like traveling and living in like mobile homes or buses or vans. Like there are a lot of people that are doing it or who try to do it, and it's a crazy idea for sure. Like it's not your average way of living. Like we're raised to, you know, you go to college and you maybe get married and you eventually buy a house and you have kids and you live in that house and you grow in that house, and if you grow out of that house, if you get too big for the house, you get a bigger house. And I just, through like the bus life movement, if you were to say, just was educated in the idea that we don't have to live in a house. And for me personally, like I get super antsy when I stay in one area too long. Like we're living currently in an apartment here in Paradise, Pennsylvania, and we have a roommate, and his name's Corey, and you've heard about him, you've seen him on the show, on the episodes prior to this, but like I'm getting super antsy living in this apartment, and we've only been living in here since like I think September. Not really, kind of on and off since September, and it's just like I'm going crazy, stir crazy. And so I guess for me personally, I'm really excited to live in this bus because I'm gonna be able to like just move around, and Luke and I are gonna be able to go from place to place within like the Lancaster area. Obviously we're not going anywhere for too long right now, at least for now. And I'm just like really excited to live in this bus and to make home in this bus and to just be with my husband. And I always tell my husband, because sometimes he worries about finances, and sometimes it's a thing. Worrying about finances, it's totally like a thing. Totally. But I think sometimes we get too caught up in the fact that we need loads of money to like make it in this life. And if you're okay with just forsaking on other areas of life, like some luxuries of, I don't know, certain luxuries that some people seem to think that they need, I would rather spend more time with my husband, connecting with him and living life with him, and to have less money than to be working a lot to have a lot of money and see my husband less. Like we say this to each other all the time, like maybe once a week at least. And because I got married to Luke to, like, you know, enjoy life with him and to spend my days with him and to grow in our relationship and to grow in our relationship with Christ. And I mean, that's not perfect all the time. We're not perfect human beings by any means. Like, we have our issues, and we're working on them, but like, I want to grow old with Luke, and I want to be able to know him as a human being. I want to know his good days and his bad days. And if we do have children someday, which is something we're talking through right now, if we decide to have children down the road, or if God chooses that he wants us to have children, or if not, like, I want to be able to raise our kids together in our home. And whether it's this place, like, I have no idea. Like, we could fit a baby right there if we wanted to. Like, we could forsake our clothing and just shove our clothing in other places in this bus, like up there. Like, I could minimize my clothing down to that amount of space, and Luke could do the same on that side, I'm sure. And putting all our clothing up here in this space right here. If we really needed to, put a baby right there. It's perfectly okay to do that. And I think people freak out. Like, they say, what are you gonna do when you have kids someday? We'll figure it out. What do you do sometimes when you have an apartment that's 1 bedroom and it's kind of cramped? You move to a bigger apartment that may have 2 bedrooms. Or you get a house that has 2 bedrooms or more space or whatever, and you just make it work. You just gotta do what you gotta do to make life work for you, right? I think everybody lives a little differently, and that's okay. However you choose you want to live and what's best for you, you do you. You do you. We'll do us. And I'm excited for our future. I'm excited for the things that are to come. And I just felt like I really needed to get that off my chest. And I'm just super thankful for Luke that he's willing to do this life with me. And I know that this idea of bus life is crazy at some points in our life. And we've thought about it and we're like, what are we actually doing? This is crazy. Like, can we actually even live like this? And I'm really excited for what the future holds for us. Not really knowing what the future holds for us, honestly. But it's gonna be great, and I'm excited. And I'm excited to have you guys along with us on the journey, and it's gonna be a lot of ups and downs for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Anyways, I'm gonna chill in here for a little longer because it's so nice outside. 60 degrees and sunny, and Luke's at work, and I'm just kind of chilling. I need to go edit pictures. But I just couldn't help myself but come out here and sit up in my house because I haven't been able to sit in here like legitly since like maybe October for a long period of time because it's been so cold. But yeah, life's good. Life's so good.